friends. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Amber. I am the owner and teacher of all of the classes here at Rooted Yoga in Appleton, Wisconsin. I'm located on Ballard Road. I was approached by a client who is this amazing person that just wants to help everybody. So she came up with this fantastic idea of sharing some yoga tools that I have to help everybody else. We all are under, let's say, just a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, a lot of unusual things for our normal lives. Having schools closed for the next 3 weeks, some people having to take time off of work, just a lot of extra pressure and stress, especially on those of us who are parents who have to have childcare and things like that arranged because you have to work. So I am here to share with you just a very short yoga practice, something to implement into your day, whether it be at the beginning of the day, the middle of the day, the end of the day, it does not matter. You can do portions of this video, you can do the entire video. It is 110% up to you. The biggest thing I want to show you is just some different things to stretch out and let your bodies relax, because living in a constant state of panic and stress is so harmful for your system. So if you're already immunosuppressed, or if you already are a worrier because of everything that is going on, this is for you. This is for those that may not be able to leave their homes, or just for those of you that are choosing to not leave your homes because of what is going on. So everything that I am going to use is all things that you should have at home. If you do not have a yoga mat, you do not need a yoga mat. The living room floor, your bedroom floor, anything will work. If you don't have a yoga mat, I mean, a rug or something underneath your butt is going to be a little bit better than a hard floor, but a hard floor will work for you. Blankets. Everybody has blankets and everybody has pillows in their homes, so you're gonna want blankets and pillows. So just grab a whole stack of them, have them next to you. Beach towels folded, bath towels folded, blankets, sheets, pillows, couch cushions, anything like that will work for you for this practice. This practice is going to be very short, so you can fit it in at any time. So let's get ourselves started. I am going to have you guys start in a reclined cobbler position. If you've been to my classes, we start the majority of the classes here in this position. Why? Because everybody comes in all squirrely and excited from what's going on outside of that door. So this is just a really, really simple, easy way to just chill out. It lets the body relax, it lets the brain relax, it lets your heart and your internal organs relax, which, I mean, all of those things are fantastic for you. So you need a bolster or something like a bolster. You can use several blankets folded on top of each other for a bolster. You can use a couch cushion, pull it off, throw it on the floor. You can totally use that. Anything. You just want a few inches of height and some squish to it so that when you lay back, you're not laying on a hard brick, okay? And we're gonna lay ourselves back in a reclined cobbler position. And if cobbler, this is cobbler seated. So if this position is uncomfortable for you because of your knees or anything else that you may have going on in your body, you have a couple of choices. You can prop yourself up. If you don't have blocks, same thing. Blankets, pillows, towels, cushions, anything will work to put underneath those knees to prop them up. And if it's still an uncomfortable position for you, just go ahead and be straight-legged, but just let those legs relax and fall open. So if you're in that straight-legged position, you're not like this, holding those legs in that tight engaged space. You want to let everything relax. So we're going to swing ourselves onto our backs. So straight-legged or that cobbler position, whichever way you prefer. So once you get everything kind of wiggled in and settled and comfortable, you are going to let the arms fall open. You want the arms to be relaxed. You want the shoulders to be relaxed. The chest is nice and open. Palms are facing the ceiling. You're going to take the chin and you're going to slightly point it up so the throat is nice and open. Have the eyeballs closed. Relax the jawline. If you have your tongue pressed into the mouth, creating tension, you want to relax it. It is a muscle. It needs to relax just like everything else. Good. And find your breath. So you want to have nice, slow, deep inhales. You're going to fill your belly up. You're going to fill the lungs up. And then you're going to fill all the way into the chest if you can. And as you hit the top of the breath, slowly exhale your way all the way back down. So those nice, calming, relaxing breaths, continue with those. Continue to let the body settle in. You begin your next inhales. We're going to slowly bring our knees up, windshield wiper our legs from side to side. And from here we're going to drop into a supported spinal twist. So bring your legs to neutral, bring your head to neutral. We're going to drop both legs to the right, roll on to our right hip, and then pick up your head and turn it to the left. As you begin your inhale, head and legs are going to come back to the center. And then as you exhale, same thing, other side. So you're going to roll on to that left hip, drop both knees to your left, and then picking up the head, turn it to your right. to the center. Slide those legs out and straight and hands down next to the hips. As you begin your next breath, inhaling, press up and into your seat. You can take your blankets, pillows, cushions, whatever you may have behind you, and just move it out of your way. We're just going to come into a seated position. We're actually going to start with straight legs. So we're going to do a twist and a fold with straight legs. It's going to be a really great stretch across the low back, through the hips and the back line of the legs. So let's straighten those legs all the way out. If you need cushion underneath your butt, go ahead and put a blanket underneath your butt. You just don't want to have a ton of lift like where we were with the bolster. We just want a little bit of cushion. So we're going to take and we're going to cross our right ankle over our left ankle. And we're going to twist ourselves open to our right side. So spines are nice and long. You're going to take your left hand to the outside, hold on to that right thigh. Right hand is going to come behind you. Twist yourselves open. Crown of the head is reaching towards the ceiling. Chest is opening up to that side wall. Breathe. Fill those lungs up. Release. You're going to come back around to the center and then just slide the hands down and into a really soft forward fold. You can bring the hands to the floor. You can walk the fingers forward, sinking in more. It can be a fairly intense stretch on the back line of those legs, so just be gentle with your body. As you begin your next inhale, walking yourselves back up to your seat, you're going to uncross those legs. Give those legs a little shake out. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to cross your left ankle over your right ankle. We're going to bring the right hand to the left thigh. Left hand is going to come behind. Spines are nice and long, and you're twisting yourselves open. Release, bring yourselves back to center and then slide those hands down, come into that fold. Hands can stay on your legs or down to your mat. As you inhale, slowly slide yourselves up to your seat. Uncross those legs. Give them a little shake out again. We're going to pull our feet into our easy pose. Have our right foot to the outside. So that one is on the outside of our crossed legs here. We're going to bring our right hand to the floor. And as you inhale, sweep that left arm up and overhead. Reach through those left fingers. You should feel a lovely opening and stretch down that left side body. And as you inhale, bring yourselves up. We're going to walk our fingers out. If you go 2 inches, if you go 10 inches, if you go 12 inches, it does not matter. You just want to have some sort of hinging from the hips, folding yourselves in, getting some stretch in either side of that hip. So we're gonna start off with the right one. That is why our right leg is forward. So just walking those hands out, sinking in if you have the space, but just walking the fingers out in front of you will give you plenty of stretch. So you should be able to feel this in the hip, across the glute, and even into the low back space. As you begin your inhale, we're going to bring ourselves back up to our seats. Straighten those legs out. Give them a shake. Then we're going to pull the feet back in, this time with our left foot to the outside. So left side body opening first, so left hand to the floor. Inhale, sweep the right arm up and overhead. Reaching through the fingers, pressing open that right rib cage. As you inhale, bringing yourselves back up to the center. Hands are going to come to the front, and you're going to walk yourself into that sinking space wherever you are sinking yourselves into. Begin your next inhale, walk those fingers back, bring yourselves all the way up. Then we're going to swing ourselves around onto hands and knees. We're going to do a few cats and cows. Cats and cows are just really great for warming up that spine. So if you need cushion underneath your knees, you're going to go ahead and put a blanket or some sort of cushion underneath those knees if you need it. You're going to line up so that your hips are lined up to your knees and your wrists are lined up to your shoulders. Everything is hip distance apart. Inhale to your cow, forehead and tailbone are coming up towards the ceiling. Core is engaged so you're not dumping into your low back. And then as you exhale, rounding your spine, tucking your chin and tailbone, pressing into your mat. So slowly inhale and exhale, following your own breath. Slowly flexing and extending your spine. One more of each, and then we're going to press back and into child's pose. So child's pose, you can go straight back, sinking the glutes towards the heels. If you want more of a stretch on the insides of those thighs, you're going to bring the big toes together and the knees nice and wide, letting the butt sink back towards the heels, letting the chest melt towards the floor, and then the crown or the forehead going to the mat. If you can't reach the mat, you can always add cushion so your head is resting. As you begin your next inhale, you're gonna slowly slide those hands back. I want you to bring your knees in if you brought them wide. We're gonna kind of roll up onto the knees, curl the toes under, and press ourselves up and into a ragdoll. So ragdoll, you want your feet to be hip distance or slightly wider. You're gonna bend the knees, grab opposite elbows, and just let your bodies hang long. The head is heavy, lengthening the neck and the spine for you. So you're going to slowly let those arms go. As you begin your inhale, gently curl your spine. Come all the way up to standing. Good. So we're going to stand with our feet about hip distance apart to start. I'm just going to move this blanket out of my space. So you're going to have hip distance with the feet. We're going to do another side bend, kind of like how we did seated, but we're going to do it standing. So our left hand is going to stay resting on that left leg. You're going to inhale, sweep that right arm up, and as you exhale, sink in, press the hip and the rib cage out. Inhale it, exhale down, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And bring our toes in just a little bit. So your hip distance or toes together. We're going to bring our hands into heart center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, hinge from your hips. Forward fold. Bend your knees. Fold into your lap. Let your neck and your spine be nice and long. If your fingers are floating off of the floor, grab something for those hands to rest on if you would like. On your inhale, bringing hands to shins, half lifting. As you exhale, fold in. Inhale, curl your spine, come all the way up. And hands back into heart center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, forward fold, bend the knees. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, sweep the arms open, come all the way to the top. Add in a little back bend. And bring those hands back down. Perfect. So you can continue with a few of those if they feel really good. Just pause it, do a couple more rounds. Those are just half sun salutes and they're fantastic for just relaxing and stretching the body out. We're gonna work our way back down to the floor actually, and we're going to grab a blanket and we're gonna roll it into a burrito. I'm gonna show you how to do a supported fish. A supported fish is just really great for opening up that heart, letting the shoulders and the chest relax. It's just a really, really wonderful stretch across the chest. So you're gonna take a blanket, and you want that blanket to be about shoulder length. So however you have to fold it so it's shoulder length. The studio blankets are kind of already there. And then you're going to roll it up and make a burrito. Your burrito can be really any size depending on the blanket. The more height you have on that burrito, the bigger that burrito is, just the more of a stretch you're gonna get. So go ahead and get yourself set. You're gonna put that thing behind you or next to you, and you're gonna lay back on it. I want your shoulder blades to be resting. I want your arms to open up. The back of the head will rest on the floor. If it doesn't and you need some more cushion there, you can always go ahead and press another towel or blanket, fold it, and put it underneath there. So let those arms fall open, let the legs go straight and fall open, and just really letting that body relax. Slowly slide our hands down next to our hips. As you begin your inhale, press yourself up and over into a soft forward fold. You can rock your head side to side here if you'd like. Inhaling, bringing yourselves back to your seat. I have one more pose for you. We're gonna do a reclined spinal twist. After our spinal twist, you have the choice of taking a Shavasana. So Shavasana, translate in yoga, if you don't know, it translates to corpse pose. So basically, in Shavasana, you're just supposed to lie back, blankets on, pillows, cushions. You just want your body to be as comfortable and warm as possible, and you're just gonna let everything go for like 5 minutes. You can always set a timer on your phone or an alarm for you if the time that I have allotted for you for this isn't enough. But first, let's go ahead and get into that spinal twist. So you can move your blanket out of your way. You don't want that behind you. I'm just gonna stick it here for now. We're gonna lay ourselves back, pull the knees into the belly. You're gonna hold your right knee and let your left leg go straight into the floor. I want you to take that right knee and cross it over to the left side. Hold it with that left hand. Open your right arm and turn your head to your right. As you begin your inhale, bring yourselves back to center. We're going to squeeze that right knee in. As you inhale, squeeze that left knee up and into the belly. You're gonna take that left knee, hold it with the right hand, cross it over to that right side, open up the left arm, and turn your head to your left. Inhale, bring yourselves back to center. Squeeze that left knee in one more time. And you're going to straighten that left leg all the way out and get yourselves ready for Shavasana. So cover up, blankets on, socks on, sweatshirts on, pillows if you need it. Otherwise, just really just letting the arms and the legs fall open, kind of starfishing that body. As your body begins to relax, noticing the weight in the feet as they fall open, the weight on the heels, the weight on the tailbone, across your shoulders, backs of your head and hands, everything melting into the floor, releasing any tension you may have left in those fingers and toes. Releasing your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And breathe. Breathe and release anything that does not serve you in this very moment. Breathing slowly. Soften. And let go. Begin to add movements. Wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. Take a deep breath. Bring your arms overhead. Give yourselves a stretch. Bend your knees, roll onto your side. And as you begin your next inhale, slowly work your way all the way up to your seat. I'd just like to thank everybody for joining me. I hope that helped you release a little bit of the stress that we've got going on in our lives right now. Please leave me questions, comments. RootedYogaLLC.com is my website. Classes, prices, times, contact information is all on there. I hope everybody has a wonderful extra long spring break, let's call it. Have a great day, everybody. Thank